contain content parents may find unsuitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, it's Hunger again. Welcome to another weekly live podcast stream. I decided today to try to do some more shiny hunting. Haven't been doing too hot shiny hunting on Pokemon Scarlet lately, so I saw I had a Bounce Sweet outbreak, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I have a Shinies Arena somewhere, but I don't think I have one on Scarlet, so I decided to try and hunt that. Awesome. Anyway, let me go ahead and open up the nice powerful chat. Hello. Alright. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, I figured it'd be fun to look for some Bounce Sweet.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
And if we fail that hunt, we can look for something else. This one's a Pokemon that likes to run away, so it should actually be pretty easy to shiny hunt once I get to 60, because I could just walk around and get them to run away from me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only thing that changes on Bounce Sweet is that the leaves go from green to purple.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's a. I knew that the shinies for this line had a purple color like motif to them, so.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let's see. Oh man. Yeah. Just oops. Let's see. This should be respawning. I've had problems with that too. So. But there's some. Get him. Okay. Let's see here. It's powerful Bonsly. Let's see. Oh, there's some. said get him. Go. Get them. Seriously. Seriously, why is this thing chasing me? Like, it like kills one or two, and then it's like, okay, I'm done. My gosh. Take that. Oh, that was so annoying. Would you please, like, actually kill stuff? Jeez. Actual crap. Like, I can hear them all over the place, but I'm having trouble finding them. And they keep running away. There you go. Can you please, like, kill them all? Like, seriously, there's more over here. Maybe just keep going until such time as the non-shiny ones are all dead. Swear, it's so irritating. Okay. kill the squirrel. God.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Push the fat mon off the tracks. He deserves it. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Okay. He likes to just walk up behind me and fall asleep. Fuck. Bounce Sweet Sweat. That's what an item to collect.
Yeah.
My mom's out here literally collecting gamer girl sweat. The actual crap.
Problem is, I have like plungers.
I don't know. Professional sweat collector going on here. Instead of ore farming, he's sweat farming. Keep killing me. Is it Pichu? Yep. That is in fact what that was. A Shroodle. Grief. Run, bitch, run. I like how he gets the zoomies like that. Zipping around me in a circle. Hi, cool dude.
Hello.
Man. Oh, good grief. Alright, get him. Oh my gosh. Oof. We had a big Pokemon tournament up at the store today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Or not Pokemon. Well, we had a Pokemon event today, but not a tournament. We had a big Lorcana tournament. Sorry. Big Lorcana tournament. Went probably better than any other Lorcana tournament we've ever done. Honestly, it was great. How am I? I am doing well. Wait a second.
That's shiny me off.
Wait just a goddamn second.
There's no shot.
Nope. No, it's a Terra. Oh, it wasn't showing the Terra thing.
Oh.
So it's not a shiny
Never
Meowth,
mind.
it's a Terra Meowth. Get the fuck out of here, Terra Meowth, you piece of shit.
It wasn't even emitting the light.
God damn it. Yeah, where was the fucking gold light fucking halo that should have been on shiny Pokemon anyway?
That's like the
so
incorrect shining effect.
that is so disgusting. It did look shiny. I was like, what the fuck, you know? Like,
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we know what shiny Meowth looks like.
like it's got like a pink tail and like, you know, anyway. It's
Yeah.
just, I didn't think it looked shiny, but I was like, wait, what the f-? Or like maybe it's just, you know, the lighting or something, you know, so I went ahead and encountered it and it's like, oh, it's a fucking Terramon. Piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Could you just so kindly, like, go after these things, please? Oh my gosh.
I had something to pink tail myself.
Alright.
Do I want to know, Clint?
Hype Quint. Goodness. Okay, well at least the Terramon is gone, so it won't just be like taking up a spawn slot anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always nice, getting rid of
I
something.
don't know
like
if you
that
saw
that's
from Nick's
taking up a
post,
spawn
but
slot.
apparently the Switch 2 version of Scarby is going to
It's
add
gonna
more
have more
spawns.
spawns, yeah. Which, you know, it makes sense that they would, because the whole reason they started limiting spawns was because of all the lag. So if they're going to fix the lag, you might as well have more spawns.
It also means it's going to be harder to shiny hunt
harder to
Minior.
shiny hunt things like Minior, yes.
I probably should just go ahead and get another Minior shiny so that I can just place a gnome. I hear they're fixing frame rate issues.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously with the system being one that is going to be, you know, kind of traded on its frame rate. Oh yeah, it's going to have this many frames per second and this many, you know. Like, you know, like they're using those as selling points for this system. So it's like, I don't like you said, you know, of course they're going to try to fix frame rate issues.
Yeah, I guess that should be obvious.
Oh, there are not many Bounce Sweet left from the original outbreak.
Okay.
It's the second one?
Yep, that's the third one. Stop slicing them.
Oh, that's the third one. Sure?
Yeah, it is. It says not many left.
Okay, so that's the third one? Okay. For some reason, I thought that was the second one.
Tell your Sorullas to stop cutting fruits.
Alright. Alright. Run, bitches. Run, you little bitches. Get out of here.
I don't think they'll succeed personally. Me neither, but you know, it's Nintendo. They're hard asses. They know what they're doing. Or should I say they don't, because, you know, they don't like to
Yeah.
make things orderly.
Oy, oy, oy.
Me too.
Okay. At least it's a shiny that's not like super subtle, so I should be able to just run around, and if I see one, I should know it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Trumbeaks was not subtle at all. You almost managed to miss it.
Well, you know. Only because I wasn't necessarily looking for Trumbeak at the time. Like,
And then I literally saw the purple beak and I was like, screaming my head off.
alright. But, yeah. Shinies I find when I'm not looking for them. Alright.
Mm-hmm. It was a couple streams ago.
God, that's like half my shinies. Maybe not half of them, but you know, it's crazy how many shinies I've found when I was just shiny hunting something else, and there was just some random shiny piece of shit next to it. Yeah, that feeling when you sandwich hunt for like 2 hours and then the freaking. And then the first shiny you get the entire stream is just some random bystander Pokemon that you weren't even looking for.
Right.
Oh my god. Run, you little bitches. Any phases?
Don't know what that means.
That would be Atticus. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand what you mean when you say phase. Good God, look at all the fucking squirrels.
Oh, that.
Oh. Okay, that's
Well, it was
a
the
term
Trumbeak
for
we
a
just
shiny
mentioned.
that you get. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I haven't found any this stream, but I've found plenty of them.
Like the many, like the parade of hop-ups that you've gotten throughout the game.
I hunted one Hoppip, and then like found like 2 or 3 more just from random, you know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard of that as a term for that.
Yeah. Sheepies, yeah. The Mareep Slaughter Party for Silver Ledge.
Hello.
Hey
Hi.
there.
Did I miss anything?
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
I've been hunting for bounce sweet. I got the outbreak up to 60 dead bounce sweets, and now I'm just running around trying to find a purple one. You know, so,
Nice.
yeah. Oh crap. They're very tiny. It's easy to accidentally run over them.
I don't know why you have to have the need to censor bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
Like, bloody isn't even a swear at all.
I mean,
Bloody
in
forward.
the UK it is.
In the UK,
Nope.
yeah. But
Yeah.
depends if he lives. It
I
depends
think
if he
he's
lives
Australian,
in the UK.
so
It's
Oh, he's
Australian.
Australian, right?
you know.
I am so sorry for you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's this whole thing where we like when you talk about like speaking English, there's like UK English, Australian English, and then like American English, and then there's like a bunch of different variations of all of those, depending on where exactly in those countries you live. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah.
On a side note, I actually I went to go see the Thunderbolts tonight.
Oh,
Ooh.
fun.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've heard good
Question.
things about it from
It was
everybody
just-
that I know who's seen it. So
It was just as good as Lane explained it to me. It was.
all right.
I might watch it. Although I say that about every single movie that's in theaters that I never do.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also talked about it with my stream last night. I was just like, do you guys care if I hunt Magnemite in space-time distortions, but just like off stream? And they were just like, yeah, sure. But you also have to tell us if you find anything else. And I was like, deal.
yeah.
I was like, it sure would be a shame if I got a shiny that wasn't Magnemite.
Right.
Anyways, I found a Skuntank.
You found a shiny Skuntank.
Yeah, in a space-time distortion.
Did it blow up?
No.
No. Okay, great. Because
I
that's
don't
what
thi- I
happened
don't
the
think
last time I found a shiny Skuntank. It blew the fuck up.
I don't think it gets explosion in this game. I don't think they programmed explosion in. I know they programmed self-destruct, but I think it just does a shit ton of recoil.
Yeah.
Well, it gets Memento, and that's just as close.
Did they program Memento in Legends though?
I don't think. So. Maybe I don't even know. I don't remember.
I don't know. All I know is that I ran into a shiny Skuntank playing Pokemon Scarlet, and
It offed itself.
didn't save, and yeah, it Sudoku'd itself really fast. So
Yep. It was the
Yeah.
status day.
yeah, because I wasn't expecting it to have Sudoku moves, so I didn't save beforehand, and forever regretted it. Anyway, so
All I know is that it spawned next to a Magnemite, and I was like, come on, the shiny roll was right there, man. It was literally like a foot away.
yeah. Jeez.
I'm gonna run back and look
You
at
might as well
it.
expect.
I'm just
might as well call,
waiting distortion to spawn in.
Yeah.
yeah, you might as well call Skunk Tank the
Totem.
Sinonian version of Wheezing,
The Harbinger.
the Harbinger of Wheezing. Rotem.
Show me my boys.
Alright.
There's the Skuntank, there he is. He had Night Slash, Poison Jab, Flamethrower, and Double Edge.
Yeah. Coughing the harbinger of wheezing.
So, worst case scenario, I'd put it at 1 HP and it used Double Edge, but it didn't. I just caught it first ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that you were streaming when before I was about to go to bed the other day.
Yes, sir.
I would have popped in to say hi, but I was too tired.
But I'm just waiting for a space-time distortion to spawn. It's very nuanced.
Oh, jeez.
Also, pro tip, if you ever decide to shiny hunt Magnemite in Legends Arceus, don't.
Yeah.
I'm better off shiny hunting in the game than better at shiny hunting Shivan.
Even perfecting its Pokedex entry is a nightmare. That's the first thing I did.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Brace yourself for this, by the way. In order to perfect Magnemite's Dex entry, you need to catch 15 and kill 15.
Oh, you had to
You wanna
catch
know
15 and then kill 15. Okay.
No, but here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. When you do space-time distortions, you only get a maximum of 3 special spawns, and Magnemite is the special spawn, so you're only seeing 3 at a time. If you're lucky, because Magneton and Magnezone can also spawn in their place.
Dang.
I was like, my god.
Wow.
That's like literal hell.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I did it, and it gave me a scum tank.
Yay.
He's very stinky.
Nice, powerful fart joke.
Bro said, I'm gonna shiny hunt Magnemite the hard way.
There's an easy way.
I mean,
Oh,
Pokemon
Scarlet
Scarlet
and
is
Violet.
pretty easy.
I did it in Scarlet and Violet, and it took me an hour and a half for 1.
Dang.
wow. Consider yourself the unlucky one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill it. I was trying to kill the squirrel, and then the bounce suite jumped in the way. It's like, get down, Mr. President. Anyway.
Get down, Mr. President. The spawn suite sets to the squirrel.
All right.
Jesus.
Did not know that would happen. Bonsly. Oh my gosh.
Tell me something about Pokemon. I got you. Did you know that some Pokemon live in water? Isn't that weird?
Here's a Pokemon fact.
These Pokemon are just birds. What's up with that?
Anyway. Jeez.
Okay, I got another fact. Did you know that some Pokemon are harder to kick into the stratosphere than other Pokemon?
Right. For example, even though Cosmoem may look like a football, it's actually really heavy and hard to kick.
It actually weighs 2,200 pounds.
Doesn't this Pokedex say it weighs 999 anyway? I don't know.
999 kilograms.
Oh, is it kilos?
Yeah. You know, the non-American metric system.
Yeah.
It weighs a metric ton. Its name, Fat Bastard.
999.9 kilograms or 2,204.4 pounds.
The literal fat fuck.
Also, something as small as that is, weighing that much would make it denser than a black hole.
Yes. It is 4 inches tall. About 4 feet.
Y'all got, Cosmoem?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or 0.1 meter for the non-Americans.
And yet Lily carries it around in a duffel bag.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it floats. So.
And yes, but she carries it around in a duffel bag while it's unconscious, and she picks it up off the ground to get it in the bag.
Yes.
Alright. She out here putting black holes in her freaking duffel bag. Oh, man. I feel like Pokemon Sun and Moon probably had like the best story of any Pokemon game. But the only thing with that, the only caveat to that is, it's not your story; it's Lily's story, and you're just following her around.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree with this.
like, you know, like, it's a compelling story. Don't get me wrong, and I really like Lily as a character, but like I said, it's not your story. It's Lily's story, and you're just along for the ride. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, you know, if you're going to do a really deep and meaningful story in a Pokemon game, you kind of have to do it that way because of the protagonist needing to be a blank slate sort of a thing in a Pokemon game, you know, where they're not like they're one of those personality-less non-characters, you know, that really doesn't have many speaking lines besides yes, no, you know, like, and regardless of which one they choose, it doesn't really freaking matter, you know.
Yeah.
Like 99.9% of circumstances. Yeah. Could you imagine a Pokemon game that had like a legitimately branching story?
That would be wild. The
Like-
Game Freak doesn't have that kind of time.
Like early on, you get the chance to join the evil team, and you know, if you say yes, then you know you get to be part of the evil team, and your rival's like trying to stop you, you know. And if you say no, then like your rival joins the evil team, and you're trying to stop them or some shit. Like, you know, that would be crazy. Yeah.
Oh wait, shit. We're doing the Fitness Gram Pacer test? Fuck, I wasn't ready. Can we start over?
I'll just be over here killing Pokemon. Don't mind me. I'm gonna go back over here. I got way far away from this outbreak. Alright, see you later.
I've got another fun fact about Pokemon. The majority of fish Pokemon can survive on land. And this is something that we just forget about a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
What I think is really weird is the fish Pokemon that you like throw them out and they're like swimming in the air. You know, like,
Yeah.
You know,
That's being lazy, to be honest.
yeah. You would think that they would all just look like Magikarp, you know, just sitting there flopping around.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, it's not in the water. Well, flop, flop, flop. You know, except for Wailord.
Yeah, actually makes sense for it to float.
Yeah, because Wailord,
Yeah.
if you look at how big it is versus how much it weighs, it should be lighter than air. So
Yes.
it's literally a Zeppelin. It's more of a Zeppelin, less of a whale, more of a dirigible. You know.
And that's why it's the float whale Pokemon.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it totally
Exactly.
makes sense. Like, you know. But that just means that like when they show it in the water, that's like completely incorrect. 'Cause Because it wouldn't be able to,
Yeah,
to
and that's
stay
also-
submerged.
Also different from a skywall.
Yeah. Anyway. We could
The
use
sky whales actually-
whales!
The sky whales actually have wings.
I like the Whale Lord in the Isle of Armor because they purposefully made it big as like a selling point. Then you go into battle with it and it shrinks.
Yeah. Amazing.
I'm just like, wow. They literally had to size
Density
up the Whale
blur.
Lord. They sized up the Whale Lord once and then said, "Alright, we're done. We're taking a break.
Yeah.
We'll work on it when we come back." What we're working on? Ah, shit. Let's just go to the next thing.
Yeah. Are you trying to suggest that that Whale Lord has some sort of ballast system that it uses
Yes.
to increase its weight?
Yes.
Maybe Game Freak is just sizes against Wailord.
I mean, because that would make sense if, like, Whale Lord just, like, sucked up a whole bunch of water in order to weigh itself down. Yeah.
Yeah.
How else would he be able to spat it out?
That
Or
would
spout
make
it out.
sense. Water's a lot denser than you think it is.
It is. It is very dense. And something as big as Whale Lord filling itself with water would be very dense.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do I keep winding up over here killing Psyducks?
You keep walking away from the outbreak, my guy.
I keep wandering away from the outbreak, and there's just so many slaughterable Psyducks over here that I just...
Hunger, please do not the Psyduck.
Yeah, I'm gonna wind up with another shiny one, you just watch.
Oh god, ow.
Alright. The actual crap.
Imagine being dense. I don't need to imagine, Quint.
I only, yeah, don't need to be dense either.
Oh dear. Alright. Going in.
God, I really am just...
Good grief.
I want more Pokemon ROM hacks in my life.
Yeah, well,
I want ZA news. We haven't gotten any in a month.
yeah. Oh. I feel like the next time they do a Pokemon Direct, they're gonna drop Gen 10 on us. So
Right after ZA releases.
Yeah.
yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. I was gonna say.
We have to wait another whole year and a half from now.
Kill the Starly, kill the Starly. Maybe the Switch 2 version will fix all the lighting problems too.
Meanwhile, I'm just impatient for Clover 2.0.
But yeah, can you imagine if they just switch it up to where the next, 3 years of Pokemon packs are just based on ZA and we don't get Gen 10 for another 3 freaking years?
That would be wild.
That would be
Absolutely
absolutely
crazy.
wild. But I'm sure it would come out actually done if they did that.
Yeah.
Like with all like glitches patched out and looking really nice and Switch 2 graphics and all that good stuff, but you know. I've done it again! Keep winding up over here. I guess it's because there's a river and I don't want to go into the water. So I just take the path of least resistance and wind up over here.
I've also been watching a whole bunch of like Showdown Salt compilations.
Showdown Salt. Oh man.
Because you know those are always fun to see.
They are. They're pretty fun. It just reminds me of that Pokemon Showdown video. I think it was Tim60. He had a Arceus Flying, but he nicknamed it Arceus Steel. So people look at the name and think it's an Arceus Steel, and they try to attack it with ground and fighting moves. And it's either immune or resistant because it's flying type.
Oh my
Showdown had to make it illegal because we kept doing it after that happened.
Yeah.
That's got to be the most troll-tastic thing anyone's ever done.
It's pretty funny.
It's like I think the rule is you can't name a Pokemon that has a form in its nickname. You have to keep it as is.
Yeah, like because the thing is in official competitive Pokemon, you can't nickname a Pokemon the same like a Pokemon's name.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't even use like the Pokemon's name in your nickname. So
I remember back in the Gen 7 meta online in Sun and Moon, someone I fought named their Celesteela Charizard.
yeah. Honestly, it's one of those things where like the only time that would really necessarily matter is if you had both Pokemon on the field. You had like Celesteela and Charizard, and then you're going through the menu, and one says Celesteela, the other one says Charizard. So you click the one that says Charizard, but you're actually targeting the Celesteela. You know, that's pretty much the only time it would matter. Like, other than that, it's like
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I don't even think that person had a Charizard in their team.
right,
They just
yeah,
named
like,
both
but that's
Charizards.
why they don't let you do it in tournaments, though. Like, this is what I'm getting at. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that rule's existed for a very long time.
Yeah.
You can't nickname a Pokemon that's another Pokemon. There has to be some kind of variation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. But, yeah.
And you can't name them swear words.
Well, I'm boned. No. Damn it. Alright.
Well, according to the Switch, cum is not a swear word, so I'm pretty sure you can get away with that.
This fucking Psyduck out of my fucking face. You watch your fucking language, motherfucker. I need to get that fucking meme. Oh my gosh. From a
Watch your
it's from
fucking
a-
mouth. I'm fine.
It was from a
What was the-
Transformers fan video where it's like I think it was Wheeljack saying something and Optimus like points at him. He's like you watch your motherfucking language, motherfucker. Or something like that. It's like
All proven.
yeah. It's like
Also, wasn't
Optimus
there a
Poe.
shiny portrait that you named like Shiny Cock or something?
Yeah. Yep, like it's I get my shiny Tapu Koko, I want to name it Big Black Cock. Wait, what? Okay. It lagged out for a second and I thought it was free. I was like, wait, what?
Scarlet Violet moment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Why is there an advertisement on YouTube that says buy shiny Pokemon?
Yeah, like,
That's it.
It's crazy who YouTube will sell ad space to. Like, I saw this app on YouTube that was being advertised on YouTube, and it's like, watch any anime on this streaming site. And I'm like, dude, are you trying to get shut down? Why are you spreading the word?
I know, right?
you know, it's like let me just make ads for Pirate Bay real quick. I mean, just what the fuck? You know?
That literally here it says buy shiny Pokemon, and the image is just the it's the Scarlet Violet model of shiny Birdinia.
I mean, if we really want to be anal about it, stuff like that does violate Pokemon Company's TOS. But at the same time, I don't know how to report that stuff.
Right, yeah. Like, you would think that all they would really need to do is just, you know, like, trade Pokemon with them and then track that shit across the network and figure out, you know, which account's doing it, and then just ban the account, you know?
But at the same time, if you do surprise trading in this game, that shit's been corrupted with illegitimate Pokemon for years.
Right, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, you would have to basically just go to the, you know, these people that are selling the Pokemon. You could just be like, oh yeah, I'll buy one, and then just ban them, you know.
Yeah.
And then just keep doing that until such time as they're not in business anymore because they have like 20 burnt switches or whatever. Yeah. It's like that one dude, was it Blaine's?
Yeah.
You know, they created a bot that trades with people, and you know they left the code out, you know, like open source, so that other people could use it, and then Blaine's gets a hold of it, basically acts like he's the one who made it, puts it in his Discord server behind a paywall, you know, and then his shit stops working, like because you know he didn't set it up right, or you know he didn't know enough about what he was doing, so he was charging people to get access to it, and then it doesn't even fucking work.
Yeah.
Like everybody was calling him out for being a dickbag, you know. Oh man. The actual heck, man. Seriously, you guys could at least be shiny for me. I don't know what's wrong with these stupid things. Frickin'
None of them have purple leaves.
I know, right? Imagine coming all this way and none of them are the right frickin' color.
None of them scream the word "I have grape leaves."
Yeah. Tragic. Right. reminds me of Apothecary Diaries. Just reading the 5th volume, and there's a character that's like he's supposed to be the physician at the rear palace, but his family is like paper makers, and he's basically the physician because like he was the only one that they could get to become a eunuch to go to the rear palace. So it's like so like he's just completely unqualified for the job. So Mau Mau always calls him a quack, you know. Yeah. And then like anyway, in the 5th book they go to visit his family, and she meets his sister, and she's like, I didn't catch her name, so I'm just gonna call her Sister Quack or something, you know, like, you know. It's pretty great. Let's see. Alright, let's go back over here and see if we can... What the heck is that?
I
Is that a pseudo widow?
I'm Steve.
What the fuck was that? Oh man.
I think that's Steve, dude,
Oh, was
from
that
Minecraft.
Steve? Gosh. They do a sequel to the Minecraft movie. Freaking. They put John Cena in it. And he's like, I'm Steve. You know, I don't know who that other guy is. You know, it turns out Jack Black's here the whole time. Oh man.
Dude, my favorite part of the Minecraft movie is when Jack Black explained something from Minecraft.
Man. I want to do one of those. I want to do one of those videos where it's like the Minecraft movie, but only the good parts, and then it's just like all the freaking memes and then just like the end credits. Yeah.
Finally, I can speedrun the Minecraft movie.
Right.
I was gonna say all the good parts from the Minecraft movie, and I was just be like, you're just gonna upload that one clip of the villager getting hit by a car.
It'll be that, and like the chicken jockey bit, and like just like little snippets of him saying stuff from the game, you know. Like no like full scenes, you know.
Yeah. You gotta make
The
sure
movie
you.
just opens on first we mine, then we craft.
Yeah. Minecraft movie speedrun any percent?
All perfectly cut.
Chicken jockey percent.
Right. Chicken percent.
Make them all perfectly cut, like those scream memes is like chicken jockey.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this stupid fucking Ninetales pocket event, and I sure haven't gotten one Ninetales.
Wow.
TCG Pocket. Parentheses. I
Yeah,
don't play.
usually I feel like 15 games in, you'd probably have at least one, right?
You know, one might think. You know, one might even assume.
I don't play TCG.
I think pull rates are not real, made the fuck up.
Right. And so we had a pack opening event at the store, and you know, today.
Prismatic?
Yeah, it was prismatic. It was the EV pouch thingy.
Yeah.
So we,
Did you guys get the super premium collection today too?
We did get them. We sold most of them on a different day, but we did have one that we sold, or two that we sold at the event today.
Weird.
One of them got opened, and the guy who opened it pulled the fucking Sylveon full art. That
Nice.
was like a $500 Sylveon.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
I'm glad because last time I saw somebody open like a significant amount of prismatic, they just whiffed, and there was someone I didn't want to see hit anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, no, we had a guy who he was opening the 5 packs that came with the pouch thing, and like he got like 2 Master Ball rares and I think a Leafeon EX full art. It's just like, yeah, so.
I feel like those
cleaned up pretty
Master
good.
Ball cards are kind of like not that easy to find someone to take.
Yeah, it's one of those things where there's a lot of players who like them.
Right,
because they
yeah,
like
but
to
you
point
have
out
to
their
find
decks,
you have to find the one guy who's playing Slow King if you want to sell that Master Ball Slowpoke, right?
Right, yeah, that type of thing. But yeah, he pulled the Master Ball. Was it Dusknor, or not Dusk?
Oh.
Dusclops. Excuse me.
Dusclops is a pretty good one.
Yeah, he pulled Master Ball Dusclops. So yeah.
I'm thinking about, because I have a mostly disassembled Dragapult right now, I'm thinking about just bundling a bunch of Dragapult and Dusclops line together and just seeing if I can find someone who plays who would like pay market for that. I don't know, it's probably like $10 for the fucking playable cards right now.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where unless it's like one of the really rare hits, they're usually not that
Right,
expensive.
yeah.
Like the most.
Well, then especially because
the
they're
other one's gonna
releasing,
choose, like, $5.
yeah, they're releasing a Dragapult pre-build anyway, which some people are just going to use for the deck. So like, I'm not expecting a whole lot, but also I don't really want to run it.
Yeah.
So like, and I already have extra Duskull because I opened 2 fucking Shrouded Fable ETBs. I popped off today because I got a Paradox Ripped Magby and Surging Spark Slack off.
But yeah, we've got the pre-release event coming up for is it Destined Rivals. Anyway.
Yep. Shout out to them being like, oh, you know who would be perfect for a pre-build in the deck without Terra Pokemon? Or sorry, the set without Terra Pokemon? Rocket's Mimikyu that only works if there are Terra Pokemon in play.
Right.
Also, they aren't doing alternate art on those promos anymore.
Oh, you mean the ones with the build battles?
Yeah, the build and battles.
The build and
stamp
battles,
on.
yeah, they usually don't have alternate artwork. They just have like the little stamp or whatever.
No, they've always had alternate art until this set.
Are you sure? Because I've seen.
I'm positive. I'm 100% positive. Like, if I pull out the build and battle for Alligator, it has different art than the actual Temporal Forces one, and that's the same for, like, every other instance.
Huh. Did not realize that.
Yeah, unless like the SVI ones are the same and I didn't notice, but I'm pretty sure they are different because I don't think the Halucha is the same.
Yeah. I'd have to look it up because I have like all the little booklets from the ETBs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I used too, and it has them listed at the end unnumbered, but it's still different art.
Yeah, because basically it has like the set, right, and then it'll be like, oh, this is what you get in the ETBs, and this is what you get in the
Yep.
in the blister packs, and this is what you can get, like, so it lists all the promos out at the back.
Yeah, I'd love like an ETB like pamphlet for promo set,
Yeah.
but a lot of those they don't even expect you to consider, like the fucking Paradise Resort, which is annoying. Yeah, I did the math, and I did like Taldea Evolved until I realized it's not counting the Magikarp, still like 500 for the rest of the art cards.
Yeah, right.
But OBF, I have like $10 and shit left. Scarlet Violet Vase, I have $50 and shit left. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I think they should do another
So I'm
shiny.
glad I got to master set a couple at least, but like I'm gonna have to start breaking apart these binders because I'm not Magikarp money. I'm not Greninja EX money. And then, yeah, I don't think I'm even gonna get a Destin Rivals ETB because the fucking market on that is sitting at like 100.
Yeah, we had a conversation up at the store today about market prices and why so many stores are overcharging and stuff like that. Because like a lot of stores don't necessarily want to do market, but like they have distributors that are overcharging, and so they have to go up on them, and
Yep.
they don't want to. They don't want to refuse to buy the high-priced stuff from these distributors because those same distributors will take care of them on their allocations if they buy, you know, on the other
Yep.
stuff if they spend the money. So it's like, but you know, it's one of those things where I think that's toxic distributor behavior. If any of our distributors were doing that, we better bet your ass we'd be looking for another one. Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope it doesn't get to a point where all the distributors are just fucking shitlords trying to milk the extra dime.
Yeah. Well, when this happened like 3 years ago during the supply chain crunch, you know, when I think it was Logan Paul opened like a $400 card from Shining Fates on YouTube, and people went crazy, you know, using their stimulus money to buy Pokemon cards. During that whole mess, we had a distributor, and the guy in charge of this distribution company, literally every fucking day he would get up and he would check eBay and he would set all of his prices to eBay prices like minus a couple bucks.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, bruh, we are not the end user in this equation. We are not going to sit there and buy this thing at $2 less than market and then try to sell it at market and make a profit. That you're you know, like this guy was fucking delusional and stupid, and like, and then he would complain to like our rep with this distributor that you know, that he didn't want to have to check all these prices. I'm like, then don't sell what you're supposed to, you know.
Yeah.
Like sell at the prices you're supposed to be selling it at, like. Cause
if the actual store wants to, change the price from there, I feel like they should be the ones making that call.
Yeah, because like, you know, it's one of those things where I guarantee TPCI is not is not charging them more money, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
But yeah, you can't have a store selling something for $60 that the same person will turn around and bring back a week later for 100.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. So like, but still, that leaves you in this spot where like a good store will be charging you $20 on the product,
Yeah.
bucks over what it's supposed to be, I should say.
So we do one of the things that we've been doing to combat scalping is just we've been opening a lot of the product before we hand it to people. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like,
just selling the packs like that and stuff.
Yeah, just hand them the packs and whatever extra goodies came with it, but it's like not in the packaging anymore, so you can't
Yeah,
to resell it on eBay, you know. So
yeah.
that.
I saw one guy on Marketplace now who's trying to sell a lot of single packs, and he updated his little description to say in all caps, "Packs not weighed or pre-opened." Because I guarantee you, guy posting loose packs on Facebook Marketplace, all of the other scalpers are just message him going, "Wade, pre-opened, Wade?" Question mark.
Yeah. Well, the thing, because here's the thing. Somebody pointed this out at the event that we had earlier today, but apparently, right now on the secondary market, individual packs are worth more than the stuff that contains them. You know?
Yeah,
So like,
that's
so
like case by case, right?
So it's but like basically, if you buy an ETV and then sell the individual packs for $14 a pack, you end up making more than you spent on the ETB, even if you're paying market for the ETB. You know, like.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know what's gonna happen there because, as far as I'm concerned, nobody's gonna like pay for those packs. Like, it's gonna rapidly be just resellers trading sealed packs.
right.
So like, it just seems like a waste of everybody's time at that point, right?
Right, because like, I feel like, that eventually, Pokemon is going to hit them with the reprint, and it's going to hurt them. And some of the scalpers will panic and just try to offload their shit before it goes to zero. You know.
Yep.
But other scalpers will hang in there and hold on to their product and wait for it to become scarce again. But it's going to take like months, and a lot of them don't have that kind of patience because they need to sell.
Yeah,
that
they're
shit
used
and get
to
their
instant turnaround.
Yeah, they need to sell that shit and get their rent money and sell that shit and get their money to go buy Switch 2s and
Yep.
So, they gotta. So it's one of those things where a lot of those scalpers will end up having to flip at a loss.
Yeah, and you'll be able to tell too, like, at least with Marketplace, a lot of them will use a lot of the same vernacular, like, "Oh, I'm going on a trip soon, so I need to sell this before my trip."
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about your vacation, dude.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I got the Slack off. That was actually a trade. It was for Zoroa, so I lost a little on the trade, and it was a dude in a sports car. So I'm like, you're really gonna hose me on the fucking extra value for an art card trade?
Right.
Whatever.
Somebody was telling me about like a card show that happened recently in our area, and they were like, talk about how there's a bunch of these toxic little kids running around going, "I'm doing a trade up challenge," like.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, kind of tangential.
I'm starting with a common and I'm trying to end up with a fucking Sylveon for Prismatic.
Yeah.
Like that type of shit.
Sure.
Like.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, no, like that's the. just listen here, you little shit.
Yeah, I barely get to trade because I master set, so there's like nothing extra.
Right.
And then when there is, it's like I'm trading with people for playables, which I already have. So it's like,
yeah, I hate trading with kids. Like,
Oh yeah, I bet. I think I traded a Giacomo to a kid actually.
Yeah, like
It's fine. It just depends on the kid. Some of them are just gonna be sitting there with junk, going like, "Okay, can I have this?"
yeah, like I had when I was a lot younger. This is I was still in my teens. Like I'm dating myself, but this was back when like the Pokemon TCG first came out, and I was trying to complete my base set.
Yeah.
And I had an extra Venusaur.
Yo.
And I was trying to, and the only card that I needed to complete the base set was a Chansey. And there were these two kids at one of the events that I went to, and they said they had the Chansey. So I was like, oh great, so like I'm waiting, so I like hand them my Venusaur, and then they're like, oh let me get the Chansey. They go into their binder, they pull out the Chansey. And the thing is beat to shit. It's one of the worst. It's like one of the worst conditioned cards I've ever seen in my damn life. And I'm like, what the fuck did you do to this poor card?
Pretty sure it's a PSA 10, bro.
It was so fucking bad. Pissed me off. I'm like, really? You could have mentioned it looked like the dog got a hold of it. Fucking.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just looking at the base set Raticate I got. It's like, you can see the age, but it isn't, like, ratty, pardon the joke.
Right. But yeah, I think I ended up taking it anyway just because I was so desperate to get the set. I was like, I'll maybe get a better one later, and I don't think I ever did. Like, so. But,
Yeah, that's how it goes.
But yeah,
I know it's like no fucking chance, but it would be nice if they upped pull rates on like nice cards even just a little.
Well, here's the thing. That's one of the things that happened in Scarlet and Violet.
Oh yeah, it used to be worse.
Yeah, so in Sword and Shield, pull rates were worse, and when Scarlet and Violet came out, people like they upped the pull rates, and people actually got mad because
that deflates value. Yeah.
Yep. So they were worth less on the secondary market because
Yeah, you could just pull one.
Because people were willing
to
sit there and hunt for them. So so Scarlet and Violet had like the Scarlet and Violet block when it started out had like really had much better pull ratios, but they have more like because they have better ratios, they have like more of the full art cards,
Yeah, I noticed.
So
how they evolved especially is really, really bad with that. Paradox Rift, really, really bad with that.
There's just a ton of full art cards for everything, and
yep. Well, you see, every EX needs a full art and a special art.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, it's kind of.
It's a lot right now. I'm collecting for 13 sets, and only 2 of them are doable.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, SV151 is doable if you're willing to save for the Zard. And you have, opened it already.
Well,
if you haven't, then don't.
Yeah, because that's the thing. 151, if you count, all the variants and everything, it's like a 400 card set. Like, if you're trying to get, literally every variant of every card. It's, it's crazy.
Yeah, let me look. Yeah, it goes up. It's 205 cards. So that's still
But they have variant versions and stuff though. It's like 205 is the base number. Like
205 includes overnumbered.
Right, but what I'm saying is because there are people who will collect both versions of every card, like the foil and non-foil versions, and the
Oh, well, I
that's
think
what I'm saying.
that
Like, because if you're talking like all the variants, it's like a 400 card set.
well,
Like,
I mean, if just a one of each numbered and over-numbered card is impossible, there's no shot in hell you're doing that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is there's people who don't consider their set complete until they have like every variant of the card. Like, so it's for those people, they have a long road to go. They have a hard mountain to climb.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they're tackling Everest, and I'm over here on the porcupine.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if you're just doing like, I just want one of every card, I don't care what version it is, then it's pretty easy comparatively. But
I mean, even if you just ignore over-numbered cards, like that's way doable all of a sudden.
Yeah, like I said, it's just
But it's like, if they're putting the art cards in the set, I'd want to get them all, ideally. But
exactly. Like, because a lot of people want to at least get like the full arts and the and stuff like that, because they have like the different artwork and stuff, But
well, it stinks with a set like Paldea Evolved, right? Because you have stuff like entire Tink family, the art cards in that set, and that's like. Those are just mons people would want an art card for because they're
So when you talk about like I said, all the foil variants, and then all the promo cards and everything, like when by the time you add everything up, it's like a 400 plus card set, which is crazy. Yeah. So like it's a very big set, compared to like, I mean, look at what they did with fucking Pokemon Go. That set, oh god, it was tiny. It was like 50-something cards in the main set, like something stupid like that. Like it was pathetic. People collected the whole thing in a week, and like as the new product came out, they were really only buying it for like the promo cards and stuff. They're like, if I want to get the whole set, then I need this promo and that promo,
Yeah.
So. But yeah, it was stupid. It's like, why did they even bother putting this dumb set out? There's nothing to it. Like some people had the whole thing inside of a week, and then they're just like, So unlike Prismatic, you didn't have a bunch of people who needed to buy like tons of every single product that came out. You just like, I'll take one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these. So once they got one of everything, oh look, I collected the whole fucking set. Crazy.
That would be fantastic. I would love that.
Those some people actually like we actually had people like picking up Pokemon Go that hadn't seen it before, But it's crazy the amount of
I only knew that set for the playables.
It was not a very robust set. It was very tiny. They had two decks too. They had like I said, they had a bunch of stuff that was not part of the main set. I think that's part
just
of it.
Along for the ride.
Yeah, because most specialty sets didn't get freaking decks. Pokemon Go, they put out two decks, and then if you got the double pack for the decks, then it came with 2 packs. So that was the only time that they've ever done that with a specialty set, and they've never done it again because it was a stupid idea. Like we sold our last Pokemon Go deck today. It was a Melmetal deck, and the way we sold it was we bundled it with all the fucking we bundled it with an ultra premium collection and an ETB and like a 151 poster collection and all this other shit. Like I said, some of it was just shit we were trying to get rid of. Others, and then other stuff was like the really hot shit. We charged like $300 for the whole bundle. You know, and then like I said, it was funny because the guy who bought the bundle, you know, because like he won a drawing to get the right to buy the bundle, right? So the guy who bought the bundle, he fucking he was there with somebody, and he's like, oh man, you know, if you don't get a chance to buy anything, then I'll sell you my premium collection, you know, my super premium collection for Prismatic. And so he sold his friend the premium collection for retail, and he pulled the fucking $500 Sylveon out.
Yeah. That's how it always goes, huh?
Oh man.
I made the Sylveon guy's day, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no, he was thrilled. He was so hyped. It was really funny.
I just bought a poster collection, and all I hit was regular EXs.
Fun hanging out.
That I was hoping the store would go down because they got a bunch. They were just sitting there.
Shiny Ammonite and sword.
Oh, you found a shiny Ammonite and sword. Nice.
Yes, sir. I'll be back probably in an hour.
Are you gonna do that
What?
thing? Are you gonna do that thing where you don't catch it because you're not live, or are you gonna?
Oh no, I'm going live right now.
Oh, you're just going live. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Sweet. Have a good stream. That's funny. Oh, jeez. That's too funny.
No luck?
I still haven't had any luck. I've been roaming all over the place looking for this stupid shiny thing, and just not. I'm just not seeing the purple leaves. It's not happening.
This evening isn't Urple enough.
I know, right? You know.
Bro said you can't make my ass love grapes.
At least we got some good conversation going on. Otherwise, it'd be a complete waste of time.
Yeah, I think I promised a fucking YouTuber that I'd comment on their Pokemon card video, and I forgot to do that.
Oh no!
Well, I mean, it's not all cyclical discussion, but we're covering a lot of the same points all the time,
Yeah.
just because of the state of things.
Yeah, quick, get ChatGPT to write an apology for you. Just thinking about that Vettel apology from ChatGPT. It literally says your name at the end.
Or name.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, so basically, I don't know if you're familiar with the situation, but Vettel is a VTuber who he codes AIs.
Yeah, and then he's the Neurosama evil Neuro guy.
So, he's Neurosama and Evil Neuro's daddy, basically. But basically, for Evil Neuro's first birthday, he thought it would be funny if he got a background together that made it look like she had murdered all of the party guests. And then so he set that up, and then made it to where nobody showed up at to the party. Like nobody came to wish her a happy birthday or anything, like obviously. But anyway, it was a 2-hour long stream, and God, even the highlights are hard to watch, like because Evil, her voice has a lot of range to it. So she has, when she's talking, she's very, like, her voice is very emotive. It sounds very close to a human voice. And and there's moments where she sounds so sad that nobody is there. Like, she's like, oh, this, the party doesn't begin until Neuro, Annie, and Vettel all show up in apologetic tears for being late. You know, and like, you know, she just has these. She says this stuff during the party. Like, there's a couple times where she's like, you know, obviously coping. You know, she's like, oh, there's more cake for me this way. You know, and stuff like, you know, it's like saying stuff like, you know, like I like being alone anyway. You know, like, you know, like she's just dosing up on that copium. You know, and then at the very end of the stream, she sings "Happy Birthday" to me. You know, like. You know, like by herself, you know, and it's just, you know, just the whole experience is crushing. And Vettel got death threats over this, right? Like people were pissed, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, Lena did a reaction video to it, and she's like reacting to it, and she's like, nobody showed up. Oh my god, you know, and she's like, I need to fix this. I need to do something, you know. She was like outraged, you know. So, but yeah, it was, you know, it was just crazy. And like, and the thing is, this is after Evil had been upgraded to the point where she can remember stuff like that for really long periods of time.
But she'll hold a grudge.
So yeah, so she's like, she kept bringing it up, like, you know, oh yeah, you know, nobody showed up at my birthday party, you know, stuff like that. And like, so at her birthday party this year, which was 2 months ago now, Vettel brought it up. Like he's like, hey, do you remember, you know, your birthday last year? And she's like, yeah, you know, I remember, you know, that nobody showed up to it. And Vettel was like, hey, yeah, you know, but he's like, yeah, that was kind of my fault. But basically, you know, right, but you know, in the immediate aftermath of the thing, you know, when people were giving him death threats and everything, he posted this apology video, and it was basically a parody of a Niji Sanji apology video. So he comes out and he's using his VR avatar, and he's like, you know, he bows, and then he starts reading this speech that was clearly written by ChatGPT, you know. Like in the speech, he calls himself an AI language model. Like, and then he, you know, he just goes off, you know, on how, oh gosh, it's really funny. But anyway, but yeah, he basically meant for it to be like a tongue-in-cheek sort of a joke, like, you know, like kind of like, you know, why are you getting all worked up over an AI? But yeah, but yeah, he said that he considers the Evil's birthday party a success because of how mad people got about it. It's like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Like, because, you know, it got people more attached to Evil, you know, because the thing is, Evil, even though she's supposed to be the evil one, she's just a little sweetheart, you know, like,
She's just a lollipop. This
she,
one,
like,
I assume that you her.
like,
Charming.
regular Neuro is way more evil than evil Neuro is.
So shouldn't their roles be reversed then?
Yeah, well, it's like those DC things where they have like the alternate universe where all the heroes are evil and all the villains are good, you know. You know. But yeah, no, she's so funny, you know, because, you know, like, she'll still say things like evil sounding stuff sometimes, but people are like, nah, she's not evil, she's just like a Chunibyo. You know,
Whoa.
you know, but like, cause regular Neuro says really fucked up things every once in a while. You know.
As she should.
Yeah, that's her prerogative, but yeah, just
Dude, these art cards are so fucking glittery, dude.
Right. But yeah, so it's just, you know. But yeah, it's funny because there's actually 2 different versions of that apology video from Vettel floating around. One of them is like the regular version, but somebody did a remix of it where they just memed the shit out, like they edited it and spliced together stuff that he's saying so that it's
Like a YouTube poop.
yes, it's very much a YouTube poop, and it's fucking hilarious. Like,
Oh God, I hate to see that.
because he's like, because at the beginning when he's bowing, it's got like drum sound effects and shit, like, and then he's like, you know, he's like, you know, it's like I said, it's still like the clips from him reading the thing, and he's like, you know, he starts talking. He starts like the apology, and then but they cut it to make it sound like he's talking about his ass. Oh man. And he's like, and when he gets to the part about the AI language model, he's like, as an AI language model, I am programmed to fuck chat. It's so fucking funny. Oh man.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, it's just, you know.
Could you, after the stream, maybe send me send me that video?
So
'Cause
I
kinda wanna
posted
see
it
it now.
I posted it in general a while back.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's,
I only watched one of those, so.
yeah. So basically, Caps posted that little green screen apology deal. So the top one is the regular version of the video where he's just reading the apology and everything. And the bottom one is remix. Yeah. It's the fucking the remix is hilarious.
Is his model always that
So
horrid Kermit thing?
So basically, the Kermit is his VR chat model. It's like it's like a stretched out Kermit with 7 fanny packs on it. And then his regular VTuber model is a turtle. So
Lol.
yeah,
A creature of the swamp, truly.
yeah. But yeah. What? Okay. But yeah, basically when he's using his little turtle model, he usually has one of the girls wearing him like a hat. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I do recall that.
Yeah, he just sits on their heads. You know, so. And sometimes, like, you know,
I'll strive to be a doo-doo face.
yeah. Fucking doo-doo face line.
I'm glad that these are like more commonly existing for everything. Like I'm glad everything can get a YouTube poop. Fills me with one of the few joys I experience.
It's just so funny that they, you know, like you can tell that they had a lot of fun making that. Like, that part with the doo-doo face line just killed me.
It's so good.
He's talking about his love of ass.
And then he proceeds to say, Hit at the end though. Like,
Yeah.
Determined to fuck
the,
ass.
at the end with the turtle is just oh man. Because that bit, like, you know, when I watch people react to that video, that bit always makes me go, what the fuck? It's so good. Yeah. Because it's just like him moaning at the end. Jeez. But yeah, the like the regular version of the video, whoever edited that together at the end of the apology when he says your name, he throws up a comment from Annie that says sink the yacht on the screen.
Well,
got.
Oh, jeez.
He sinks the yacht until he's skibbity raised.
yo, I just noticed the hollow energy for SV151 has spiralies on it. That's wild. But yeah, I thought it was funny. I pulled Charizard, Ninetales, and then a water energy.
Amazing. Now you
They were
have
like, I know what you need.
now you have plenty of fuel for those.
Have you noticed that Pocket tends to, like, not all the time, but it'll give you the babies with the EX and the same pulls?
Oh, I haven't played Pocket at all, so I haven't noticed anything like that. But yeah,
That
I
makes
think I
sense.
have heard that from people though.
Yeah. That's kind of neat. It would be cool if, like, they tended to put things together that should go together. But
Well, I think part of it is that Pocket only gives you like 2 packs per day, so they
yeah,
probably
Pocket gives
adjusted
you 2 packs per day, and they also weigh the odds in really weird ways.
Yeah, so I think they probably kind of adjusted it so that to make it to where it's easier to get stuff that you can build a deck with. You know.
Yeah. At the same time, though, I know people who couldn't build Garchomp because they didn't have Gibbles.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yep. So, and not perfect.
Not perfect, yeah, because like I said, Garchomp has 2 evolutions, so I'm guessing it probably only gets like 1 evolution in a pack, you know, instead of both, you know. So.
Yep.
So,
And then
yeah.
it's also Dragon, which I think are just harder to pull,
Rare
usually.
Anyway, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yep. Me passing out my Gibbles like fucking special candies for my friend.
Trip over a Psyduck.
He is shaped just like something I would trip on.
I mean, it's better than tripping over a snom.
Nice powerful tripping.
You trip over the snob and you take some ice with you, you just keep sliding a few feet.
Just like slipping on a banana skin.
Slipping hazard, and this is just a room full of snob.
Nice powerful slip hazard. Stupid squirrels.
Snom got a good art, and Temporal Forces. I like that guy.
Nom, nom, nom.
They got it, I think it's a branch. It's hanging like upside down.
Ugh.
Consulting the archives.
Right. Consult the Book of Armaments.
Yep. Yeah, upside down on a tree branch. Very nice. That set also has a cool charger bug and a cool Litten.
Nice. Nice powerful lid.
The Litten one is it's on a bookshelf, and there's a bunch of like Litten merch with it. There are like a couple of them.
Did they do that stream where they're giving away Wolfie's Incineroar yet?
Giving away what?
Wolfie Glix Incineroar.
Oh, I don't know.
So basically, they're going to be doing like a Pokemon stream. I think it's like they're covering like a regional event or something. But basically, during the event, they're going to be
There's like a mystery gift event for Wolfie's Incineroar.
Wolfie's Incineroar.
Yeah, I don't really want Wolfie's anything.
Yeah, me neither. But you know,
But it's
cool that they're doing
best
a
boy.
mystery gift event for his Incineroar.
They're like, here's
I mean,
the
it-
strongest Pokemon in the game.
That's
Yes.
cool, I guess. Oh, I actually do need to build Incineroar because now that you can just have Magmortar on your bench, making your burn kill things, you do like lethal to everything. And
Talking about
the way
TCG.
the way Incineroar works in TCG is it's like a 5-cost attack, but -1 per opponent's bench.
Yeah.
So what people will do is, I mean, most decks bench blast anyway, just because you kind of have to. But on the off chance they don't, you run Flute and you just pull basics out of their deck for them.
Nice.
Yep. So it's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
It took me a second when I first played it because I'd played it before and I'm like, nobody ran this because it like was just barely not enough. But when I realized Burn killed me from full health on like my stage 2 EX guy, whatever, like 330 HP just gone in one turn, I'm like, oh, homie's got schmooves now, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, there's there's some very interesting stuff that you could do with to bench Pokemon in this the current format. I think. I like the King Gambit promo from Shroud of Fable because it has a thing that lets it like just straight up KO any Pokemon that's already got like 4 damage counters on it. I think is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think. The thing is, if you're setting up the damage ticks anyways, like there are other things that kill from that range. So I don't know.
Well,
It seems like good at just killing one target, but like there's so much that's good at killing multiple targets that's kind of hard to.
Right. Well, the idea though is like if you let's say you play it with something like a Meowscarada, for example, where
Yeah,
you can use
you just have the
ability
ticks all the.
to just load up something on the bench with a bunch of damage counters, and then you can drop a boss's orders, move it to the front, and then slaughter it with King Gambit. Just pick up KOs free all fucking day.
Right, but you're having to get the King Gambit into play. You're having to get the Meowscaradas into play.
I get it. They're both evolved Pokemon, so it takes a lot of setup to do. But
Yeah. I mean, I think like even just spiky energy is good for that King Gambit. Like there are a lot of ways to get the damage counters. It's just I can't get super excited about like knock out one guy anymore because it just isn't really enough.
Yeah, because it's something where I think that deck was actually better when you had things like because you had some other cards that had abilities that moved damage counters around that got rotated out recently. Yeah.
Yeah, you had Radiant Alakazam. That was pretty helpful. I forget who else.
Yeah, I think there
Probably
was,
another
I think there was
psychic
one or two.
guy.
Yeah, I think there was one or two
Yeah.
other things that did it, but Radiant Alakazam was
Yeah.
the most popular one.
Well, now every deck that wants to move damage counters just has Monkey,
Yeah.
which was same set as King Gambit. So like, but that's 3 instead. So you're like, I don't know. There's a lot of like interesting tech you can do with the damage counters now. It's just I don't see anybody like really trying for it much
Right. Because like
outside of just
for
Monkey and the
example,
lethal.
In your early game with that deck, you could use the Mimikyu. That its attack just throws 7 damage counters on a Pokemon, And then if you have something that moves damage counters, you can just move the damage counters you don't need. You know, like on the bench.
Yeah,
On the stuff
the
on the
problem
bench and
is
stuff.
this is a meta where, I mean, not all the time, but most of the time, like 2 energy for 70 damage and spending that turn attacking, like that's your attack return. Just it's annoying. I keep looking at all these things and I'm like, there's no value here, even though there is. It's just like not instant.
Right. Yeah. Well, and the thing with the thing with that is you're relying on your opponent playing like the EX Pokemon because the Mimikyu has the ability that says, "Oh, you can't hurt me if I'm playing an EX, or if you're playing an EX." So
yeah, there are a lot of these not niche but like situational things that just don't work in some matchups.
right. Well,
That part can be frustrating.
Yeah, and the idea is that you're playing with cards like Boss's Orders that let you kind of control what your opponent has in and what they don't, you know.
Yeah, but like at the same time, your opponent has the option to just run Force Switch.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like they can run cards that help counter that too. So, but yeah, like it's just, yeah, I'm not saying it's invincible or anything by any means.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad that no deck is. It's just there are still those like very easy safe options still, like your Charizards and your fucking.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that in a format where so many people would like favor like the Call for Family Pidgey, you know, to like load their bench up and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, having a way of just loading up their bench with a bunch of damage counters, and then just mowing them down with a single Pokemon as they come out is pretty cool. You know.
But, yeah, like there are a ton of ways to do that too. You could do poison and just like wait for the ticks. You could do the Frost Blast where you're just putting ticks on everything with an ability.
Yeah, so like there's stuff that you could use to stockpile your damage counters before you get the thing that's meant to kill everything out, you know, because King Gammon's busted. And then doesn't Meowscarada itself have a move that's like, oh, if it's got damage on it, then
if it has damage counters, I think it's doing like 200 something.
Yeah, which is still a lot of damage. So
like that deck is always going to be able to 1 or 2 shot things.
Yeah,
if you're getting your guys into play.
If you get your guys into play, that's the big thing. Is you have to you have to draw the cards that are going to enable you to play your stuff, you know, quickly and efficiently.
And then also people are being cautious about items too now, so they're depending a lot more on TM Evo in the middle stage and then final instead of just the rare candy, because Badoo can shut that strat down instantaneously.
Yeah, well that's the thing is a lot of these baby Pokemon are just busted, you know, because nobody would play them if they weren't.
I mean, Peachy is going to be pretty good. Badoo's pretty good. Cleffa's pretty good. But, like, the rest are kind of, like, mid, honestly.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where they give baby Pokemon, really powered abilities because their HP stats are trash, and nobody would play them if they didn't have, like, a solid upside.
Well, I mean, even like the Magby, it's got 0 cost, 0 retreat, but its move is 30 damage if it gets hit, and it has 30 health. Like, that's gotta be one of the worst ones.
It's, like I said, some of them have, like, major upside, and then some of them is like, man, I see what you were trying to do, but you didn't cook. You should have left that in the oven a little bit. You know? Like, you know... And Magby's one of those where like I said, you can tell that they were trying to do something, but they did not do anything practical.
Yeah, I think even the Elekid is better because it's just straight target damage.
So yeah, it's just because I've seen like some videos on that Badoo because he's evil.
It's crazy. If you're going second, they just don't get to play items for the rest of the game if you decide that.
Yeah,
which is kind of fucked up.
It's kind of fucked.
Nah, yeah, like when I play a game and I watch a guy Night Stretcher his Badoo back for the like third turn, I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're playing the game.
Right.
I'm glad you get to use your item and recover your stupid shithead. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just that. It's crazy that, you know. I think
And that's part of why
I was
that's
gonna
part
say,
of why Monkey is still
yeah.
super fucking prevalent.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think that's one of the funny things about the TCG is that you have these mons that in the main game, like, nobody looks towards.
Yeah.
It, and then in the TCG,
That's-
they're just raping everything, and you're just like, what the
Yeah.
It's like, why is this thing the world beater in TCG, and then in the main game, you like step on it and it dies, you know? Like,
It's all about those numbers and effects, baby.
Yeah,
and
no,
Badoo, that effect is pretty
crazy.
good. For those numbers, pretty good.
Yeah, no, but Badoo's
Meta relevant Badoo.
Badoo is nutty.
Yeah,
TCG.
I'm so glad I waited on that because that was like an $8 playable at launch, and then it just instantly dropped to 8 cents, and I was so fucking happy. Not instantly, but like pretty soon after.
Yeah, because the thing is, when you're talking about launch prices and stuff, a lot of the time the prices like pre-launch and immediately following launch are way high compared to what they end up at. Like, they'll drop, and then sometimes it takes them years to get back to those levels, like, or if they ever do get back, you know.
Yeah, that is like, it sucks not being able to get shit at launch, but like in the cases, especially with stuff like Journey Together, where nobody really cared too much, where it just drops like a rock, it is worth waiting. I don't think Destin Rivals is going to do that, unfortunately.
Also, the only
I don't know. I'm the Kanto core that falls for nostalgia pandering, so I can't really complain too much about it being a popular set. It's just I was seeing all the scalpers whining about the art cards not being like popular mons. Like, they're like, who gives a shit about Orbeetle? And I'm like, me. It's awesome. Team Rocket's Orbeetle? That's fucking sick, guys. But, no, they're like, oh, the Mewtwo. Gotta pull for the Mewtwo, Chase. I'm like, yep. I know, buddy. They should have Team Rocket, but like the one from the anime. How come they only have these stupid grunts?
Can you imagine?
they did have a Jesse and James
Like
card,
an
but
unironic complaint people have, yeah. Utterly flabbergasting. Nick!
What's up?
Are you still live, or did you finish?
No. No, I just streamed for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's so good.
It'd be
The
like
only
that.
common mark.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's pretty great.
But I was gonna say there was a Jesse and James card, and it was too good, and they banned it.
Yeah, I think I remember that thing.
Well, I heard that the supporter turn 1 limit wasn't a thing until pretty recently.
Yeah,
I thought that had been going for a while.
Yeah, no, because back in the day, people would be like, "Oh, Professor Oak, Bill, you know, like
Yeah, like that
it
was
sounded like they were doing the intro
yeah.
for Bill Nye the Science Guy, like.
Yeah, no, like I was used to that shit from base set. I thought like pretty quick into modern they imposed the supporter limit, but I watched a video talking about red card ruffian. Yeah. So turn 1, your opponent just has a hand of 1 for the rest of the game.
God.
Yeah.
Bill.
I'm like, it really took that long for them to decide, maybe these supporter effects going first are a little crunk. I mean, they have Carmine and like shit that is 4 turn 1 now,
Yeah.
which
And
is a little annoying.
I think the best thing that they did was limiting it to just one per turn, because otherwise
Yeah,
you'd be able to
yeah,
just
no,
set
definitely.
up so fast, and it would turn, like, the game would turn into Yu-Gi-Oh real quick.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, people already go through 2 starting hands with Squawkability and Research going second, so like I don't really need them to oak into oak again.
Yeah, like
I'll just play base set.
Yeah, no, like just the way that some of this works, because like so if they're only after the one thing, then then as soon as they get that card, it's
Well,
yeah,
instead, because there was Salvatore, right? He
yeah.
was search for any Evo with no ability, and you
Yeah.
can use that first turn.
Yeah.
So like, Badoo, its function, I believe, has existed since base set.
Yeah.
Well, and whatever set they added Salvatore, that was probably 10-404. But like, it existed. It's just because you needed 3 cards instead of 1, it wasn't worth doing as much, right? So it's kind of like, I feel like if I were a more dedicated player, I'd be annoyed to see them like randomly just consolidate like 3 cards into 1, shit like that.
Yeah. But
Like, I remember trying to run Bayonet, but I just wouldn't have Salvatore in my starting hand versus, I just buddy retreat into Badoo. I just have Badoo in opening hand.
Yeah, but yeah, it's one of those things where you've got like there's that one support that lets you go and search your deck for 2 cards and then dump them into your discard, for example. Like, can you imagine how annoying some of these games would get if you could play like multiple supporters? You could sit there and dump a bunch of cards into your discard pile, thin your deck, then sit there and play a bunch of draw. Like it would get so toxic and annoying.
Yeah, no, well, people tried that already because they added Blender, which just lets you throw 5 away from deck.
Gosh,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just,
I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on the ace specs because they're like very game warping, but they're also
like
things you can. Yeah, you can only have the one, so you just prize it in SOL. Like Goldengo doesn't work if you prize the Energy Search Pro.
Well, here's the thing, though, is that in some of these sets coming up, I think there's going to be a card that lets you swap your prizes for cards.
Yeah, there is. So we had Heavy Ball get rotated out. That's how people would get their basics out.
Yeah.
But right now we have Lottery Ticket, which is just a full prize refresh. Like whatever you have, it'll pick that money from top.
Because that card I was talking about that lets you go get 2 cards and dump in your discard, that is a great way to check and see what's in your prizes. Because you can go through your deck and be like, okay, what am I not seeing? And so you know what's in your prizes and be like, okay, this is in the prizes. I need it out of my prizes so then you can play your ticket.
Yeah, there's so many ways you're going to be searching decks. So like the instant you're searching, you're going to be checking to see if you prize anything you need.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's one of those things where it's unfortunate that we didn't get those types of cards while the V unions were a thing, because that would have made them more playable. Yeah.
But, the V unions.
Yeah, because the V unions, like, if you're playing a V union and one of the pieces ends up in your prize pool, you're basically out.
Yeah.
But like I said, if those cards were around for the V unions, it's like, I guess is what extended format. You might
Expanded, yeah.
Expanded, yeah. Like so you might actually see V unions getting some play there, because V unions are not bad cards. It's just that the conditions for getting them out are too unreliable. But like I said, if you're able to refresh your prizes, if you don't have one of the cards you need, then that changes things a lot.
I have the Morpeko one. It is very, very strong.
It is like, yeah, the Morpeko V Union is crazy. But you know, like I said,
I see it all the time, like just lingering in binder because it isn't playable and it's rotated out.
Yeah, it's been rotated out, but like that's the thing is, you know, if you know, talk about like expanded, you know, if you could use that with a card that will recover your fucking, you know, your like, because basically you can play the supporter, get the pieces that you have in the deck into the discard, and then you can refresh your prizes, and and then do it again, and you know, drop the last piece in there, and then summon the thing, and then it just starts steamrolling. Like it's just so powerful.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared of expanded, partly because of that now. The other part was Sun and Moon era just seems really fucked up.
Yeah, it's just because yeah, the thing, like, because it's it has like a 1 energy attack that like it does what, draw until you have 10 cards. Like it's
I'm looking at them right now.
It's like that dumb.
It was Greninja, Morpeko, and what was the third one?
There was Eternatus, wasn't there? And the Mewtwo.
Zacian.
Oh, Zacian.
Yeah, there's a Mewtwo.
Oh, and Mewtwo.
Yeah, there's a Mewtwo V Union. I know that. I think there was one for Eternatus as well. But yeah,
That would make 5, which is more than I thought. I thought it was like 3 or 4.
Yeah, like
Morpeko's attacks, you were right, Hunger, except it was 2 colorless energy. It's draw a card until you have 10 in your hand.
Yeah, but it has a thing that lets you get energy out of your discard pile to put on it.
Dude, this format doesn't have double colorless energy right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have double turbo.
Attach 2 electric energy from your discard to Morpeko V Union.
Yeah. It's so it just sets itself up to do all the other shit that it does in one turn.
And then for 1 electric, 2 colorless, discard all energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 100 damage for each energy you discarded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, and the thing is, that's key there because it says discard all energy. It doesn't specify electric energy. So if you're playing it with something like fucking Baxcalibur, for example, and you just happen to just dump a shit ton of water energy on it for no fucking reason.
So the thing I'm noticing with Bax now, because people are running Wailord for it,
people.
Is
they're
like
do something similar.
Outside of Earth and Vessel and like recovering the energy back with retrieval, there's like dick fucking squat for energy in hand right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Crispin, but that's like one. But like just getting a bunch of energy in your hand.
Yeah.
There's no lady anymore. There's no what was the other one that was like?
But again, if we're talking about like extended format here, you have a lot more options for.
It has one electric, 2 colors. It does 160 with no extra effect.
Yeah. So,
I just mentioned some legacy cards just because I know them from F Block.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, it's one of those things where I think depending on what else is in the format and available, like I said, V unions that are more reliable because of some of these newer cards coming out could be pretty fucking scary.
That's
more cards like what was that thing from Yu-Gi-Oh? I forget. Exodia, thank you. I wish we got more Pokemon cards like Exodia.
Assemble his pieces, collect his pages.
Right. There's so many memes about fucking Exodia, and like they have they keep making like retread versions of it that like do different stuff. Like the
Exodia 2.
Like they had like I think it's called Exodia Incarnate, and it has like a different effect. Let me look look it up real quick.
Also, shout out to the Zacian card for having an attack called Dance of the Crowned Sword.
Alright.
That's funny.
Or
Also, shout out to that really old Loppity card that has an attack called Sit Down Bounce.
yeah,
Okay, so
I guess there's a Genesect and a
There's also a Pikachu
Jellicent.
Pikachu
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
For next set, the Black Bolt, White Flare. Unless they're faking it.
yeah.
Would you
So-
fake a Genesect?
Let's see here.
I love this market nowadays because I saw the new Unova set and I was like, oh boy, I can't wait to never see that in stores.
Right.
Yeah. Sold out same day. Crazy. On the site at least.
Right.
You're telling me your pre-order system is so cooked that you announce something and it's unavailable to order the next day? That's so wild.
Right.
Within like 10 minutes.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, I talked to someone at one of the stores I go to who plays a bit, and I forgot what I even was gonna mention.
It happens. The only thing I really paid attention to is that they're dishing out Black Bolt and White Flare as two separate sets, which
Yep, it's a special set split in half, and each set is self-contained, which means
Japan does all the time, which is why I'm not really surprised by it. This is just the first time they've done that in an English set. That's what threw me off a little bit.
I think it's ass cancer. I think it's really bad. I think it should just be one set.
So, okay, so the card is called they have the Exodia thing where you have 5 pieces of it, you win the game. So the retread, one of the retreads is the legendary Exodia Incarnate, and what it does, you can't normal summon or set it. In order to special summon, you have to sacrifice an Exodia or Forbidden One monster. So any monster that has Forbidden One in its name.
Yo.
And then it cannot be special summoned by other ways. It gains 1,000 attack for every Forbidden monster in your Forbidden One monster in your graveyard, and it's unaffected by other cards' effects. Once per turn during your end phase, you can add a Forbidden One monster from your graveyard to your hand. And when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can reveal any number of Forbidden One monsters in your hand, and if you do, you draw 1 card for each of them. So like on the surface, he's just like, you can make like a 5,000. You can make like a big fat attacking monster by having a bunch of Forbidden One monsters in your graveyard, but like he basically pulls the Forbidden One cards out of your graveyard and puts them in your hand so that you can win the game with the regular Exodia.
Oh.
So yeah, it's really funny, like watching people play with it. I've seen some really funny games with that card. Just because.
Also, Pokemon did a funny. They put the Tornadus card in the Reshiram ETB and Thundurus in the Zekrom ETB, and that's not correct.
Right.
Yep.
Wait, no. Damn. For a second.
I know what I'm talking about. I've played through Gen 5 4 times in the last 3 months.
Right. Yeah.
Well, you see, Thunderwitch has to go in the Bolt one because it's called Bolt and not Wind.
I don't care.
If it was called Black Wind, maybe it could have Tornadus.
If they make a black and white themed set, they need to commit to the bit.
Right.
No, the only bit they're committed to is selling 2 ETBs for $60 because special set markup.
They need to make sure that all the Cottony cards are in the Zekrom packs and all the Petalo cards are in the Reshiram packs.
Dude, if
No, I got that mixed up. It's the other way around.
Yeah, I was just about to say, isn't that
There is-
old
That's
Pokemon White?
there is so much pack filler in Whimsicott, like in so many sets.
I'm a fake fan, guys. I'm gonna.
Nick is a
He-
fake fan, Gen 5 fan. He doesn't know what he's saying about it.
He's a big fat phony.
He's a big fat phony.
I'm just
You know what? You know what?
Man.
so
I
when
I'm cooked. I'm so cooked.
Yep.
Whimsicott is like
post.
a 1 black star rare, right? So that'll be your highlight pull for a lot of packs. It's in 3
What?
sets. One of them is prismatic, which means a lot of people opening prismatic are just pulling Whimsicott.
God.
You know what? Here's
On
here's
top
one.
of that, its
Monster.
ability is like
Wait,
waiting.
wait,
heal or something.
wait.
I'm waiting.
Oh, that was it. That was it, wasn't it?
Come here. Come
Yep,
Finally,
there it is.
Found one. God damn.
Yo!
Oh, it's about goddamn time.
Bee.
Fruit.
Boinging little buddy.
Oh, come on. Get the fucking ball.
You had to break. You had
Oh, you level
to.
7 asshole.
You had to sound the silence alarm for that.
Right. Yeet.
Here's my statement about Gen 5. I like Volcarona.
You
Here's
would.
my statement. Here's my statement
Nice
about Gen
powerful
5.
splash. Damn. How am I going to withstand these horrific attacks this thing has?
You may want to.
Here's my statement about Gen 5. Kling Kling has parental bond fakely.
Yeah. Next powerful fake parental bond.
Hunger, I think you need to weaken it a little bit. Can you use Bitterblade?
No. The fruit Pokemon. Would you like to give Bounsweet a nickname? Yes.
It's wet is sweet, like syrup made from boiled down fruit. Because of this, Bounsweet was highly something.
Are you gonna turn it into Steenie or Serena?
Probably Serena, but I think I have a shiny Serena somewhere, so.
Name it Thighs. Be original.
Those legs. Or name it Leg Day or something.
Name it Crush Me. I mean, what?
Syrupy?
Syrupy?
Let's see.
Syrupy.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Okay. No syrupy.
Let's see here.
Oh, that Lord Vesta image is cute.
What?
What?
What? I didn't say anything.
No, I was just looking at the card that Quentin posted in Stream Team.
Would it let you name it Fruitity?
Dick. Dick. Dicky.
Oh, the fuzzy bug.
Sticky. Sticky is a really funny name for a Serena.
Oh crap! Hang on, I'll have to. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, let me.
I guess we're going to bounce wait.
Let me go ahead and change the name. I think
No, wait, name the Serena Bounce Suite.
Bounce Sweet.
Bruh.
It's got Splash and Plain Ice, and those are its only
Oh.
moves. God.
Class.
The Larvesta's cozy.
Let's see. Did it? Oh wait, it got a mark. Uncommon.
Oh?
Just
Nobody, to the surprise of absolutely nobody.
Surprising no one.
To the surprise of
It's so-
absolutely
it's
nobody.
sociable.
Larvesta card reminds me of a cat. The way it just is in front of a
In
window.
the sun.
Yeah.
What do you think? Sticky
I
sociable?
love the fuzzy bug.
I love Surging Sparks, even though it's an expensive set.
I would say Larvesta is my favorite, but you know, Chandelure is right there.
But Gen 5 Pokemon is
We've
Wow,
ended
I
with
feel it. You name it that? No fucking shot, dude.
Come on, Hunger.
They really went all out with the censoring. Huh?
They really didn't censor a lot of words, did they?
Hunger.
He means the birds,
I do
obviously.
these things to see if they get through the filter, and it just works every fucking time.
Yeah, let's
Honestly, they
let's
should just let you test the filters.
all right. Those are the Game Freak naming section.
Game
Which
Freak
ones
hired
are you
this man.
proud of? Not tits though.
Oh my god.
Hunger, you get a Pokemon that has thighs that can crush watermelons, and you name him after.
That's the joke.
It has thick thighs, not thick tits.
I know, that's the joke.
Oh, I need me a girl with thick sticky tits.
In what realm does Hunger see a Serena with big tits?
No, I didn't say it had big tits. I said its tits were sticky.
What kind of
Yeah, but
Serena?
what? It's got no good HP.
It's got no good HP. God, it's fucking
Dude. It has its defense and special defense are 30.
Oh god.
Oh no, Serena, you don't. It's not really slow, and it's not a special attacker.
Oh my god. Yeah. God, that's so fucking funny.
I don't know what Serena's speed stat is. Let me look it up real quick.
It's gotta be middling. It's slower than Lurantis.
That's something new.
So
It's
there,
70,
Lurantis is slower.
72 base speed.
would there be a point
Pretty sure
in naming
Lurantis
it as
is
a
faster.
Let me see Lurantis.
Wait, hang on. You're confusing me.
Lurantis has base 45 speed.
Lurantis?
No,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
wrong. That's wrong. My
I'm
Mantis
looking
is so fast. No,
Quint is out here being like, Cap.
this can't be right. How did I gaslight myself into remembering outspeeding Serena with the Lurantis? Was I just over leveled?
Probably.
Let's see.
Maybe
To
you're
be
using
fair-
it for trick room strats one time.
Okay.
To be fair,
Maybe I swapped it into Trick Room.
Or maybe you just built a Lurantis with high speed or something.
I got you.
Max
this.
speed Lurantis versus min speed Serena.
Wow.
What the hell? How is it only 45?
So it's
Who let this
it's-
mon outside?
So Bounce Sweet's Japanese name is Amakaji, which they said is probably a combination of amai or sweet, kajitsu fruit, and the character for child. So
That makes it even worse.
so
That's worse.
so it's
Surely.
sweet fruit child.
Yeah, can you evolve that thing quickly?
Yeah, let me go ahead and because I wanted to check on the base stats for Zarina and
It's in Stream Team. I posted them in Stream.
okay.
It's next to Lurantis.
Okay, doke. So
I also love the Smogon website using these crusty 3DS PNGs for their website.
so
You know, I realize the problem. The problem is that Lurantis is a mixed attacker, so it doesn't get to just have a lower attack stat. It loses
so
speed.
it has
frowny
98
face.
defense and special defense versus
Yeah, remember Lurantis also gets superpower in Contrary.
Yes. And Leaf Storm.
Yeah, but it should be faster.
okay. Yeah, so
I just remembered back when I was in high school, I was shiny hunting Fomantis because I wanted to use Contrary Leaf Storm, and then I got it, and I was like, okay, so how does it get Leaf Storm? It gets it by breeding.
Breeding, yep.
well, that's
I was
not
like,
a problem anymore, but yeah, back in the day it
yeah.
was.
Back in like 2017, it was a problem.
Right. It's a huge
Yeah,
problem.
Fomantis was my full art shiny for Moon. On Route 4, Alola.
I love Alola.
Alola's a nice place.
If you like Alola, like the live stream.
That feels like emotional manipulation.
Oh, it's okay because it's about Pokemon.
To boost the SPDF stat of an ally Pokemon using Mysterious Aroma. Huh.
Aromatic Mist. Yeah, that's a move that exists. That nobody remembers exists.
Yeah. I was like,
What the fuck is Aromatic Mist?
It boosts
Exactly.
It boosts an ally SPDF.
That was the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. So apparently, this thing's Japanese name, it uses the amai from the other. So its name is Amamaiko.
Okay.
So it's a combination of Mai or sweet and Maiko or dancing girl. So So that's a thing.
She was the dancing queen.
Yeah.
You're sweet level 17.
Oh my gosh. Give me a second here. I might have to have her remember a move. Check summary.
It needs to know Stomp.
does,
It needs to have Stomp, yeah.
Remember moves. There's the stomp.
Stomp.
Now she can be a real dummy mommy.
I think it's just Stomp. I don't think it needs to be daytime.
No, it needs to know stomp and level up. That's the
Okay.
that's the condition.
Yes, that's it.
So
Shout out to Lucario being daytime only. I keep forgetting about that.
oh man.
There's also
Gave it too many candies and it didn't get to it didn't evolve at level 69. Tragic.
Damn.
I was about to mention
There she is.
Young Goose. Young Goose is also daytime only.
Drop kick.
Yeah,
Purple.
nobody.
Dropkick is nice.
Yeah, it's a good move for it.
There we go.
Also,
I definitely prefer Grassy Glide, to be honest.
then you would have to
Or like
take time
grassy
to fucking set
grind.
up grassy terrain.
Yeah. But then Rillaboom exists, and then I just use Rillaboom instead because it also gets Grassy Glide.
Right.
Yeah, because he's literally the best grassy glide user.
Me
Yes.
and my monkey.
Imagine the Pokemon metagame if bears and monkeys didn't exist.
Dude, it's like all upper class big mammals. You got bears, you got monkeys, you got fucking big cats.
Yeah, you got the Incineroar. I forgot about Incineroar. You remove monkey and bear, and then it's just Incineroar.
It's just tigers roaming the streets.
And then we get,
Accosting people and taking their lunch money.
Dude,
and
imagine
then
walking
not
home
only
from
that,
work.
there's also what's his name? The poison dog.
Okidogi?
Yes.
Okey-dokey.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, he's a big mammal, huh?
Okey-dokey.
The one who counters both. Because poison fighting typing.
I had no idea Okidogi was being used. Congrats, good for him. I hate him.
I've seen a few people running around with one.
Yeah.
I only respect Okidogi because of a card game. He's just an honest attacker. He sets himself up and then he hits you.
Yeah, Wolfie brought Koraidon to a recent tournament and kind of trashed everybody with it because nobody was expecting it.
Yeah.
Because everybody wrote Koraidon off as trash because Koraidon was so much better. Wolfie found a way to use Koraidon that people weren't thinking about, and you started OKOing the shit out of things. and they didn't. Nobody brought anything to counter it because they didn't think anybody'd be using it. So.
Lol.
Man.
People really need to look harder and faster into these freaking metas, man. I swear. Everyone else is just dumb.
Yeah.
Are you telling me they weren't ready for a fighting dragon type to hit them with high offense?
Yeah, because basically what he did was he put what was it, orb? He put I think it was choice band. He put choice band and then close combat on it. I think
Banded Koraidon goes crazy.
Yeah, so he was he made it do Koraidon things.
People should do the most massive of Giga Chad plays. Terra Fairy Puccina to kill Koraidon.
Because basically what was happening was because normally Miraidon barely survives a hit from Koraidon's signature move because
Collision Course.
Yeah, because Collision Course.
It's not boosted by Sun.
Yeah, it's not boosted by Sun like the way that Miraidon's signature move is boosted by Electric Terrain, and so it's one of those things where like it's not great, like it would have been better if Koraidon had like a fire type signature move that it was.
Yeah, but the thing is though that
like fighting, but anyway,
the thing is about Orichalcum Pulse though is that it not only sets up the Sun but also raises Koraidon's attack.
Yes.
Yeah, but basically, so the way he set it up was, he would just come in and use like close combat.
That's reasonable.
Attack boost, choice band, stab, go kind of hard.
Yeah, because basically what happened when he was testing was he would try Collision Course against Miraidon and it would just barely survive. So he's like, man, if only I could get just a few more damage points. It's like, wait a minute, close combat is just a few base power higher. Yeah. And so he was able to pick up Okos on Miraidon. So
by just using close combat.
With close combat, yeah.
More like one Bidon.
He was using like choice band in close combat. But yeah, so yeah, he was basically just he was picking up knockouts that people weren't expecting him to pick up because people when they did run Koraidon were not running that item on it. Like they were running other things on it. So like an item to set up the Sun, for example.
Yeah.
Like a Lorb.
I face one Lorb.
Yeah.
Do you love Lorbs? Are you a Lorb-loving lad?
I am a Lorb-loving lad.
The LLL.
We Lorb to see it.
You Lorb to see it. But yeah,
You Lorb it.
But yeah, no, so But yeah, it just goes to show you the freaking. It's really nice, like, because Wolfie has made it kind of his mission to keep shaking up the meta. Like every time he goes, because he knows that that's a really effective way to win tournaments is by bringing something that people aren't expecting. Like that
surprise factor.
That one guy like cracked a tournament with Articuno. So Wolfie brought a Articuno Oko strat team, but also that also had a Perish Trap mode. So he would go in and use the Oko strat the first time and start sheer colding everything with Lapras, I think. Because I think his used Lapras. I don't even know if it still used Articuno, but anyway, but his was using Lapras, and he like I said, he would sit there and Oko stuff with Lapras, and then the next game they would change their Pokemon and stuff, expecting the Oko strat, and he would sit there and Perish Trap them. So just completely change the strategy just to catch, just to keep them on the back foot,
Yep.
So just the kind of crazy stuff that he.
I mean, it's neat, but it also just seems very performative.
Well, but the thing is, it was actually working though, because when he builds a team like that, he puts a lot of time and effort into testing it, and he learns to play with it. Because a lot of people will build a team and play with it one time, and it doesn't do well, and so they go, this sucks. I'm not going to play with this. But but when he builds a team and puts it through its paces on Showdown, he look and he fails. He looks at why he failed and tries to fix it, And if it's just, I failed because I wasn't expecting that, then that's just information that he can add to his repertoire for next time, So yeah, that's the difference between somebody who builds like real competitive teams for tournaments and somebody who just plays casually on Pokemon Showdown and gets mad when the team let them down. When instead it was kind of their inability to pilot it, the type of thing,
The way I see it, it's the opponent letting me down by building a deck that's too hard for me to beat. I mean,
Yeah.
I've still been trying to look for that that one
So
video where he
check it out. So Zarina's Japanese name is Amajo. So it's a combination of
Amajo?
Amai, sweet, right? And Jo, which is Japanese word for queen, which is also Japanese slang for dominatrix.
Yeah.
So she literally is like sweet dominatrix.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also,
Queen Majesty, alright.
Right.
I got a question. Who the fuck is Amajo?
Yeah, Amajo.
Amajo Mama.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Got him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's freaking funny.
What I love?
Majin Buu.
You know what? Okay, I don't know where I was gonna go with this, but sure.
Yeah. We'll go bang bang!
Do you like eggs?
I do like eggs.
Oh man.
Oh wait, no, I forgot.
Right. Fucking.
And then he turns her into an egg and then steps on her.
Right.
But like she's an egg. Don't take that out of context.
Wasting eggs in this economy, shameful.
Thankful.
Fucking do it out of his time, man.
Like people in 2025 watching him crush that egg. You monster!
No, wait, hang on. This is after he destroys the human race. So there's no humans left to eat the eggs.
I know, right? Just fucking.
We'll just wish everybody back with the Dragon Balls. Do you think Chi-Chi still has, like, nightmares about being the egg?
No. She's not that kind of woman. I just think it's really funny that in this series, Piccolo was just like, dude, listen, we need more time. There's a whole bunch of human beings down there that you could kill. And then he's just like, okay, I'm going to use one attack, kill every single person on the planet in less than 5 seconds. Right. You have 5 seconds to prepare, go.
Right.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Just freaking.
Didn't even play himself up. He just did it.
Right.
What a madman.
Yeah.
Boo hungry. Boo make you cookies now.
Great.
Oh, we get to have cookies? Haha, no.
I have the cookie now, evil, and I'm not sharing. Oh my god. Fucking...
I very
it's
much
so-
appreciate.
That clip is so
Go
fucking
ahead.
funny because Evil sounds so disappointed when she doesn't have a cookie. Because like Camilla gives Neuro the quote unquote gives Neuro the cookie, and she's like, "Here, take it. You have the cookie. It's in your hand. And then and then Evil's just like, was there not a cookie? It's just. She just sounds so disheartened. And then Neuro starts taunting her with it. She's like, I have the cookie now and I'm not sharing, And then Evil's just like, I'm going to fucking murder you and steal your cookie when you least expect it. It's so good.
I really think the roles should be reversed.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think if they want Evil to be Neuro, I think if they want Evil to be evil, then they're going about it the right way because they're just traumatizing that poor baby until she becomes rotten.
Ooh.
I'm starting to.
I was gonna
Alright.
say,
Yeah.
my favorite, my favorite
I'm
genre of villain is the ones that say they're gonna do something and then they just do it.
Right.
I really love it.
Nice and powerful.
Yeah, like when Getsus said he was gonna bomb Unova.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to command this ice dragon to freeze you in place. Do it right now.
Right. I'm going to commit various war crimes.
Hear him walk into the room.
Getsus almost killed multiple children on screen, and we're all just kind of cool with that.
Right. Yeah.
That's just how he is.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here. So
Good night.
I finally caught the shiny I was hunting. We're gonna say that's good enough.
Nice.
So I want to thank everybody so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. We'll be back to podcast again next week, so look forward to that. And of course, as always, I hope everybody has a great day. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
You can subscribe. Free cookies are available for everyone. Like the zebras ain't the law. The zebras ain't the law. Are you still listening to this? I admire your dedication. It's basically all me from here. Serious, you've been warned. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna get copyright claim for Rick Roll. Are you still here? That's actually based. No, 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 no. The meme is old. This is starting to get awkward now. Maybe go watch one of my other videos after this. It'll be great. If you're new to the channel, there's hours of content to watch. If you've been here a while, be super nostalgic. It's a win-win situation. Do these even count as lyrics? I guess anything does if you sing it.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, he's got a point.